Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's MyKenyanPuff, and today I'm doing a Q&A video. I posted on Instagram asking you guys to bring in all the questions that you have on hair, and I figured that since the questions are trickling in a bit slowly, I would compile the ones that I've gotten so far with a few that I've gotten in the past through my DMs, my emails, and my comments from you guys. So if this video does not cover the questions that have been asked and might be asked, I will definitely do another video. I always want to help you guys out, so stick around for the question. So the first question on Instagram is from Hairpolitan. For those who are not familiar with Hairpolitan, it's Kenya's first natural hair online magazine. So make sure you follow them. They asked me, how do you prepare your hair before installing a protective style? So this is a really good question. Before your protective style, your hair needs to be clean, strong, and moisturized. So before a protective style, I always make sure that I shampoo my hair, get it super clean, because I know my protective style will be in there for pretty long, and sometimes honestly I don't get to shampoo my hair during my protective style. So I'll definitely shampoo my hair, and then I always do a protein treatment because you want your strands to be strong and ready for your protective style, especially if you're adding extensions. If your hair goes in weak, chances are you will lose a lot of hair, it will break during the protective style, and by the time you're taking it out, your hair will be weak, damaged, and you probably shed a lot of it. So I always do a protein treatment, and of course I'll follow that up with a moisturizing treatment. Once all that is done, I'll make sure to moisturize my hair with a light leave-in, something that wouldn't cause buildup, and follow up with an oil. Usually I don't do the LTO method before a protective style. I don't like using the cream before the protective style, so I'll just use a leave-in and an oil, and then I'll also oil my scalp with my DIY oil mix. That is on my Instagram. I hope that answers your question. And the next question is, hello at MyKenyanPuff. This is from Shanice. Shanice inboxes me quite a bit. Hi, shout out to you. So Shanice is asking, how do you keep your hair from having tangles and knots? I keep removing my hair all the time, even after stretching my hair. So first you need to know, Shanice, that single strand knots are common for every naturalista. They've had to deal with single strand knots at one point or the other. Remember, our hair is coily, it's curly, so our coils just love on each other. But if you're stretching your hair and you're seeing that the knots are still coming up, are they more than the normal? Are they unusual? Maybe think, does your hair need a trim? Because split ends will definitely not help the situation. But just not just split ends, but just your ends not being very moisturized in general. You have to pay special attention to your hair and try to make sure that you seal in your ends, because if you have oiled your coils, they'll slide past each other as opposed to coiling around each other, if that makes sense. Just make sure on wash day you take your time to detangle and you'll be fine. Also, are you doing wash and goes? Are you properly detangling your hair during the wash day process or when you choose to detangle your hair? Because if you don't properly detangle your hair, then you style your hair when it's not fully detangled, then you're setting yourself up for more knots. And we all know also wash and goes can be the worst for knotting. So if you're overdoing the wash and goes, try to move away from them. Don't do them as often. Do more styles that stretch your hair out post wash day, and keep your hair stretched as much as possible. I hope that helps. The next question is from Wanja Kanyarati. Hey girl! Which oils are good for your hair? So I had actually written this question down separately because I have been asked about my dogs, you guys. Just ignore them. So which oils are good for your hair? I had been asked this question, but I want to answer it extensively because I feel as though people don't really know how to use oils. So oils do not give moisture. I have emphasized this on a post on my Instagram page. Oils are for sealing in moisture. So make sure that yes, you have a good oil, but make sure you have a moisturizer. The moisturizer can simply be water, but make sure that you add the moisture first, then seal it in with an oil. Now, good oils to use. All natural oils are good oils. It's really up to what your hair needs. It suggests that you just look the oils up and look at the benefits so that you choose the oil according to the benefit you're looking for. But in case you're asking, my favorite oils are avocado oil and Jamaican castor oil. I got like 5 questions from one girl. Shout out to her, she knows herself. So the first question is, how did you get your hair so thick? So I have been asked this question before, and it's a bit funny because when I went natural, the thickness that I had is just natural, you guys. So I don't know if I can give it up to genes, or God just decided like, let me just bless you with all this hair. So the thickness of my hair is natural. It just came with the package, but I can say that the oil mix I've been using, which I'm going to do a video on, has really been helping. Castor oil does help with thickness of your hair, I do believe so. So other than that, castor oil and natural thickness. What regimen would you recommend while in braids? So about protective styling, which I should have mentioned earlier, I did a 2-part protective styling series. I'm going to leave the link to both videos down below. Please check them out. I feel like they were very detailed. I also told you how to wash your hair in braids. I showed you all my spritz that I use when I'm in a protective style. Everything was laid out in those 2 videos, so please refer to them, and if you still have any questions, feel free to ask. How do you make brownish hair black again without dyeing it? To be honest, this is quite a tricky question because I've actually been complaining to my mom that I want my hair to be jet black because it has this little tint of brown that I don't really feel. So I do not really know, though I know that amla oil has been tested, and many people say that it does darken your hair. So do try amla oil over a long period of time. Amla oil is available at Supercosmetics, and see if it works. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm going to do my research and maybe come up with a video for it, and it's gonna help you, and both of us are gonna be helped to that too. Is it possible to braid hair without straightening it, and if so, how? So I've actually gotten this question before. Now there are heatless ways of stretching out your hair. It's using rollers. Yeah, you know, the rollers that people use when they have relaxed hair, they really work well for stretching your hair out without heat. So try rollers. Curl formers are another great way to stretch out your hair without heat, and there's an online store, I believe it's Unique Essentials Kenya, who sell curl formers. I leave their details in the description box. You can also use curl formers, they really give a good stretch. Also African threading. It's not a gift that I have, it's not a skill that I've mastered, but there are many tutorials on YouTube to try out African threading. That also works very well. I believe it's one of the best methods of stretching your hair. So you can try all those methods, and one of them is bound to work to really stretch out your hair before a protective style. You do not have to blow out your hair, but you also really have to have a reliable, understanding hairdresser who will be fine with your hair not being
bone straight before the protector.
How do you protect hair that is frequently exposed to chlorine 3 times a week or more due to swimming? So the first thing I really advise you to do is to soak your hair completely, like soak it in water before you get into the pool. And the idea of this is that you remember your hair is like a sponge, so if you soak it before it gets into the chlorine, it's already full of the water that you've applied, so the chances of it absorbing the chlorine water are lower because you've created this barrier, like you can't take in any more water. So soak your hair in water. And another great thing is to apply, like drench your hair in oil. Coconut oil is recommended, you know, because it really adds strength to your hair. And basically any oil would provide a layer. Remember, oil and water repel each other. So you soak your hair in water, add some oil on top, so it will create that barrier that will prevent the water from going in. And then you can also add a conditioner on top that's just going to add slip, and once again it will add to creating that little barrier of water, the chlorine water from penetrating. And actually this is the one time when silicones are a help in the whole procedure. So if you can use a conditioner with silicones, because the silicones will create that layer, that barrier, so you just put the silicone conditioner or just any regular conditioner, and then right after swimming, make sure to rinse your hair out. Now you can't shampoo your hair 3 times a week. I believe it would really dry out your hair. So if you can, just use a conditioner and try and cool wash your hair during that period, and then say at the end of the week is when you shampoo. I believe that should help. I also suggest just having your hair braided or twisted away. So even when you do all this, you soak in water, you put the oil and the conditioner, twist your hair up or braid it up or put it in cornrows, and always wear a swimming cap. I know we always complain how they're so useless, but they will help. So do all that, wear a swimming cap, and hopefully that will help. I just did my big chop. Any advice? I've gotten this question about 3 times. So once you've just big chopped, your first priority, generally your priority when it comes to your hair, is having a regimen. Regimen is what's the most important thing over the products that you choose to use. So knowing that I'm going to be washing, deep conditioning, and moisturizing my hair every week, as opposed to I'm going to use this product and this product and you don't know when you're going to use them. Have a regimen, set it out, organize yourself, then everything will flow. Stick to that regimen, see how you can tweak it up if it's not working out. Regimen, that's what's key. So if you need help on building a regimen, I have my series, which I'll also leave in the description box down below. Tips for transitioning, I also have a video on that, so I will link that down below. If you're transitioning from relaxed hair or texturized hair to natural hair, I did a video and I really hope it helps. So for the first part of the Q&A series, I really hope that I've helped anyone with the questions I answered. If you have more questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below for the next part. DM me, email me, feel free. MyKenyanPuff@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram to get more answers or ask more questions at MyKenyanPuff. And God bless you all. Always remember that your hair is your crown. Embrace it, love it, and take care of it. God bless you all. Goodbye.